Hello everyone and welcome to Driver 1 for PC. Last time I did a playthrough on iOS, and this time I'm doing a playthrough on PC. Self-explanatory. So without further ado, let's begin. Well, one other thing. I am also using a version of the game called a MagiPack Repack version. This came with, I believe, fixes. It came with the music in-game. For some reason, the regular version that dumped online doesn't come with it. This has a lot more just improvements, like you can actually rebind the controller buttons. Let's begin.
Truth is, Tanner, 3 years on the department and you're still the best driver I got. We don't get too many ex-racing boys in here. Low-life rumble in Miami is there's a hunt on for a guy who can pump the gas. Big getaway, big job. Maybe even some kind of hit. Some hood by the name of Rufus is in the picture. We need a line on it. Coffee? Black, right? Guys upstairs were asking for you in person. Look, we need you to go under. But no one's gonna know except me. If I bring anyone else in, I'll let you know. I need your badge. Any questions?
No. No, piss off. One other thing. I got a fan patch made by somebody that actually makes the game visually look correct now with all resolutions. The HUD is no longer stretched.
Hey man, watch the paint.
So basically, I'm trying to get the best possible experience for a playthrough. I was gonna do one additional thing, but it doesn't work currently, sadly. And there is a program out there called lossless scaling. I was gonna play the game at like 25 FPS, but use lossless scaling to boost it back up to 50. Doing this would allow the game to have actual correct animation speeds for things such as the mini-map flashing and the turn signal animation, but unfortunately it doesn't work with full screen applications, and that's the only option that that is the only option that Driver 1 PC has, as it's the only thing that doesn't work with lossless scaling. Lossless scaling only works with windowed and borderless full screen. You might be wondering, what does lossless scaling do exactly? Well, it can upscale windows, but it can also insert more additional frames per second as a screen effect, visual screen effect filter, sort of. Much like if you know about reshade or not. It's kind of similar to that, in a way.
You crazy?
But enough of explanations, I need to focus. That wasn't a 360. That wasn't a reverse 180.
Maybe I'll give you a call when I need a ride to the grocery store.
No, not film director. That didn't count as a 180 somehow. Let's both of those off the list. $180. How is that not a reverse 180? This game can suck my fanny. There we go. Just need a 360 now.
Hey man, okay.
There we go.
You the man. We gonna need you.
I don't know why they censored stuff on some versions and not others. Also, this is totally my first attempt in not me having to redo my playthrough partially through because I accidentally screwed up my microphone audio level, so I was super quiet. Totally that didn't happen.
We want to use you on a venture. No hassle. Should be real sleepy. You want in?
You want in? Well, I don't really have much of other choices now, do I? Yeah, every level file has its own music. Unfortunately, it only has one freaking song, and it gets tiresome to listen to after a while. So, having more music in Driver 1 iOS is an improvement over Driver 1 PC. Same goes for the player car models, but in almost every other aspect of Driver 1 iOS is a downgrade compared to Driver 1 PC. And then other than the visuals of Driver 1 PC, with the exception of the Miami car, I think PlayStation has PC beat in every way. Which is actually what I plan on doing a playthrough on next, is the PlayStation version. And I will be using lossless scaling on that one. Because I actually tested and it does work on that. We got a tail, man!
We got a tail, man!
Yeah, if you're curious to know what I mean by mini-map flashing too fast, I don't know if I can do this while on the fly. Yes, I can. Notice when I switch the game to 25 FPS, the minimap sort of looks like it flashes at a more respectable speed, and it's not like seizurely blinking quickly. That's what I mean by what I would have, I would use lots of scaling to improve on that. Because it looks awful to me on 60 FPS. At least I'm assuming auto puts the game at 60 FPS, if not then 50. I hate that my felony is so high up. Die. Okay. The bank alarm.
We got a tail, man!
No, we don't. The car's totaled. It's just this stupid game's mechanics for how losing police is. Well done. Easy peasy.
You have 2 new messages.
You did good. We got a real hot dog. We gotta get it out of here by afternoon. We need place change. Respray, man. We need a whole workout. Get yourself down here if you want to work. But this car's hot, man. Real flame grill, super hot. Name's Nico. I heard about you. I heard a lot about you. Need a ride. Don't bring no damn.
done this on the previous playthrough as well as on my cut footage that I have now scrapped. So I'm gonna do this one. I'll do it on PlayStation. Okay. Take it to the breakers. Something I learned about Driver 1 PC is the red triangle cop indicators on the bottom of the screen don't show up if you have the rearview mirror turned on. I guess it makes sense because you can use the rearview mirror to see where they're at behind you instead of needing the indicators on the bottom of the screen now. But I still think it would have been nice if we could have chose to have either both or none at all. I hate missions where the cops instant respawn. It's just a constant annoying of cops respawning in front of me. And then on top of that, the safe zones are broken on PC. Oh my gosh. I will say I kind of wish 3D FX Glide worked with this widescreen patch. I mean, maybe it does, but I couldn't figure a way to get it to work. The screen was all messed up whenever I tried getting it to work. That or I'd get a black screen. Which is a shame, because 3D Glide does provide some more additional graphical improvements, such as the water will actually be animated, and apparently there's fog in this game, but it's normally not used, I think, unless it's only during rainy weather or if it's specified to be foggy. I'm gonna die here because I'm at full felony. Quit that. And there's no safe zone at all, apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna die. That's very irritating. I was right there. The only reason why that happened is because my felony is full. If my felony wasn't full, that would have never happened. In my testing, the widescreen patch is pretty much flawless, with one, well, I say flawless, but there is one oversight, and that is with the timer. And you might be wondering, but the timer looks perfectly fine right now, and yes, that's true. However, if you disable the rear view mirror and the timer moves at the top middle of the screen when you do that, then the small milliseconds digits will actually be too far away from the rest of the timer. Otherwise, this widescreen patch is perfect. And that's such a small issue that I doubt it will bother anyone too much. Not to mention, again, that's only if you don't use the rearview mirror. I'm at full felony again. It's because he keeps crashing into me. It'd be nice if I could lose him. It doesn't matter though. I'm on a freeway. Where am I gonna go? He's gonna catch up to me and then ram into me repeatedly. I am playing on hard difficulty because I am a masochist. We're almost there again. Oh, get out of the way. Wow. That basically totaled my car. I could sit here and wait to lose them since I'm in an area where I can hopefully avoid the cops. That is bullcrap. Can't run a red if I wasn't on the road to begin with. I'm hoping the cop's at least a bit weaker when near the objective. Well, he is, but it doesn't matter because he slammed into me on his last breath. That's such bullcrap. Let me just finish this mission, please. That's twice now I got to the end and I get killed because of bullcrap. Yeah. Driver 1 is really unfair. The second you get full felony, you're done. Because they just keep ramming into you. You can't outspeed them. Meanwhile, Driver 2, you technically can't outspeed them, but they won't ram into you as long as you're driving fast enough. Well, from behind, that is. That just did half my health. I hate how fragile the cars are on PC and iOS. I swear on PlayStation the cars would take way less damage, but I could be wrong. I don't play Driver 1 enough. At least my felony is only at half. Let's keep it that way. Yeah, I hate this road. I should probably stop taking it. I think this road is part of the problem because it's too narrow. That and the traffic is terribly mapped to the lanes. There's only one lane, like in the middle, because they made the lane. They made the lane is a lot thicker on PC. We lost him. I'm not full, but I might be in the aggressive range. I'm not entirely sure. That's a roadblock, which is in the way. Well, now I'm at full. We've lost him. Let's keep it that way, please. Don't turn left, please. Okay, turn right, good. Basically now I'm just gonna try to stay out of sight. Now I have to hope he doesn't turn right. Which is a 50-50 chance. This is okay. That's incredibly lucky on my part. But now I don't know where he's gonna spawn. Yeah, that's what I figured. So I'm gonna back up, get him to despawn, and then I'm gonna turn around. Oh, but now he went that way again. Where are you spawning? Okay. He might see me, even though, yeah, he saw me through buildings. That's such bullcrap. You'd think on PC they would have the power to prevent that from happening. Did he flip his car? I heard the engine revving. Yeah, he did flip his car. Good. Free win. Finally, that took too long. Get a new job.
You have one
New message.
We want to talk to you. The marina on South Point. We'll just hang loose till you get your ass round here.
Okay. Case for a key. Something I noticed is that Driver 1 PC actually has dawn and dusk skyboxes. Unlike Driver 1 on PlayStation, it just uses daytime skybox with the lighting effects. Apparently I'm going completely the wrong way. Sort of. It's just a little detour. Move. I'm gonna have to get to a police chase. I mean, technically I could have probably used cruise control. Now that I look at it though, it looks like Driver 1 PC only had one skybox, because it looks like Dawn and Dusk is shared. So it's only one additional skybox from PlayStation. Which isn't that much of an improvement. Surprisingly. You would think they could have an additional one. Then again, this was really old, for old Windows 98 computers, so it's not like the computers were that much more stronger than PlayStation. Which probably explains why the texture quality is about the same between PlayStation and PC. The only difference is being that there are more textures for damage textures, because for some stupid reason they decided to make the left and right half sides of the car completely separate textures, which is a waste of space, by the way. And in doing so, they could use that space to make the front and back side on this car have higher quality textures, because they're super low. They're even lower than PlayStation's. They're about half the size of PlayStation's, the front and back, which is why they are so blurry. Just a really dumb decision overall. It also bothers me that the colors of the windows on some cars don't match around all sides of the car. That really bothers me. It's very noticeable with the police car. It's like blue on the front and back, and then it's just gray on the sides. Like, why? That looks awful. Pick a color and stick with it for that car. To be continued. Is this the boat chase mission? Because it kind of sounded like it.
Need you to make an exchange. This case for a locker key. It's a sweet deal. Cash for a key. In and out. Wham, bam, boom. Meet them at the marina. Get the key or stay out of town.
Okay. Case for a key continued. Make the exchange. Yeah, Driver 1 is completely just filled with to be continued missions. Meanwhile, Driver 2 only had 2 missions that did that. There was originally going to be 4, but 2 of them got cut. The first one being Jones Rendezvous after Kane's compound. That would have been a continue mission. It would have saved your damage and felony in whatever car you picked on Kane's compound. From Kane's compound. When continuing the Jones Rendezvous. And then the other one was originally Hijack the Truck, was going to be a 2-parter mission. And Stop the Truck was going to be a continue. Not Stop the Truck. Truck to the Lockup, which was a mission between Hijack the Truck and Stop the Truck, was going to be a continuation to deliver the truck from Hijack the Truck after you took it down, which would have saved your location and damage on the truck when you got into it. So yeah, those 2 got cut, and then we only ended up with two to be continued missions in Driver 2, which ended up being both in Havana, funnily enough. From Find the Clue to Escape the Ferry, and what was the other one? pursue Jericho to escape the Brazilians. Okay, now we're on the boat chase, because I know this is where we start. So this is a 3-parter.
Get the case, Seth. Nothing personal, buddy. Take care of him. And I'll see you back at Dodge.
I'll see you back at Dodge.
Seth? Seth?
Chef. It's just an average boat on PC. On PlayStation, they made it this really cool speedboat with flames. Does it matter how far away I am? Or is it just based on the timer this time around? I don't know. All I know is that the boat looks a lot cooler on PlayStation. Why are the cops after me? Because I killed somebody, I guess? Thank goodness they're really bad at hitting you head on usually. Obviously they fixed that in Driver 2. You get your well, you get wrecked. Safe zone. Let's see if I can figure out how to navigate back here. Can traffic not get in my way? Well, now it can't because I'm off. I am no longer on the road. Too early, come back later. What do you mean? This is not a bank or a robbery. Well, sort of. It's not a bank, though. The fact that I also gave me the cops is really stupid. Get him, Tanner. Oh, wait. It doesn't show whatever. I guess it just never shows what happens, but we just assume that Tanner kills him, too. Probably.
You have one.
New message. Is it Rufus? Yep. You dig? Driver 1, I think Driver 1 does have a lot better mission variety than Driver 2. Driver 2 has a bit too much just drive to point A to point B without any special gimmicks, while Driver 1 has a lot more of it. To an extent. They're still driving to point A to point B in Driver 1, but there's a lot more special missions too. You got the interview, you got the pickup truck with the crate in the back, you got Taxi, you got the President Run, which is more BS than gimmick, but I'm just making my point. Driver 2 did introduce the tail missions at the proximity bar, but let's be honest here, I don't think anyone actually likes those missions. They're kind of boring, and then it's really annoying when you actually get too close and you have to do them all over again. I suppose there's also the lead AI, so just find the clue and Steal the keys and save Jones missions also exist on Driver 2, which don't exist on Driver 1, at least that type of AI specifically. So Driver 2 did introduce new things, but they also left out a lot of old gameplay mission stuff that I kind of wish Driver 2 still had. That's so stupid. Oh, hit safe zone, lose the cops instantly. Oh wait, no, just kidding, you get instantly wanted again even if there's no cops spawned in. It's so broken. I mean, even if it was spawned in there, I was too far out of sight for them to see me. So it just randomly gives you the cops for no reason when it shouldn't. You should... I'm confident doing that. I had plenty of health left to do it. And now lose the tail, I did, but guess what? This game is stupid and makes you wait even after they've lost sight of you. Okay, time to meet Rufus.
See, here's what's going down. You're talking to Rufus. The kitten's Jesse.
I always thought this
the
guy...
wheels you driving around this town are making a whole lot of noise. And you know what? I know you. I know your face.
I know your face.
You know who this is, Jesse?
He's just some driving cat.
No, he ain't. He ain't just some driving cat, lady. This cat's got gasoline in his veins. Looks like you could use a drink, pussycat.
I ain't thirsty.
Looks like you could use a drink, pussycat. I was at the track when Rusty Slater got a little bumpy with you.
I guess
Man,
they
you
didn't
started
have the
some
budget,
fine
the
that
animator
day.
getting up
I thought
from the
they'd never
table.
put that baby out. Okay, so listen. You and me gonna do some business, see? The cops are babysitting
He has such
a
a
friend of
deep
mine,
voice, you'd think he'd
and
be
he ain't too
African
happy
American,
with
but
the
no,
arrangement.
he's white as fuck.
I'm gonna take him off their hand. You catch my drift? There's a French cat in
There's
an
so many
armored car.
cops driving by
Man, he's
outside.
one mean, cold-blooded killer. When he ain't in jail, you know some cat somewhere is gonna take a visit to the morgue with a cap in his ass. See, we gonna bust him out. You gonna drive him away, all the way into a sweet $8,000. You dig?
You dig?
My friend, you better understand about Rufus. You screw up, you better not show up. We got a deal, man?
Small bills.
Okay. When I did this off camera, when I cut my footage, the first time I tried this, I got my car sandwiched between a pole, and it was badly damaged for the continuation part of this mission. It was funny and messed up at the same time. I'm sorry, who are you and what are you doing in my car? Okay, I completely messed this up. Who put this tree here? I wish there was a skip option for these intro cutscenes. Some missions even replay the entire FMV introduction to the mission, which is retarded. Thankfully, you can skip the FMVs, but it should not replay the FMV again, which is really, really dumb. Shouldn't have went on the wrong side of the road. But yeah, the reason why I got so destroyed is that for some reason, some genius on the PC side, or maybe it's like that on PlayStation 2, but the unlimited mass doesn't deactivate after you take it down. So when he went to cut across the grass, I got sandwiched into the light pole right when I took him down. I think it was that light pole specifically, in fact. I even flipped my vehicle. Thankfully, the game did not save my vehicle being flipped over upside down. Otherwise, I'd literally be soft blocked. I would not be able to progress any further on the to be continued part of this mission. I also believe that the recordings of these chases are the same on iOS. Literally just ported over. Unfortunately, they appear to be broken on the current builds of Touch HLE. For Touch HLE for Driver 1 iOS. Speaking of which, Touch HLE for Driver 1 iOS does have a PC release now thanks to Soapy. He has published it along with the Android one on Driver Madness. And that one does run better and doesn't have the graphical issues like I did when I was playing it on Nox Player. However, Nox Player still provides you better provides better options for mapping the touchscreen controls, unfortunately. Eventually, Touch HLE might get that, hopefully gets those options as well, and then you can have your cake and eat it too, which would be nice. But there's still issues that Touch HLE has on this game still in general as well.
Lose the tail, man!
Lose the tail, man! I did, but unfortunately they found me again. That and the game, I should have lost them, but again, for some reason the game wants you to not only lose them, but I don't know, the timer, basically. On PlayStation and other driver games, there's an additional check if there's no current active cops and you aren't seen, it will immediately lose the cops, but apparently Driver 1 PC is lacking that check for some stupid reason. I did lose him, because he's not moving anymore, which means he has to be totaled. I'm going to sit here just to lose it first so I don't get spotted again when one inevitably respawns, but I do believe there's a respawn timer right now, thankfully. There we go. But yeah, if you notice there, the Dusk skybox is the same as the Dawn one. But at least Driver 1 PC does have a Dawn and Dusk skybox, I suppose, since PlayStation doesn't, as I mentioned before. So each version of Driver 1 has her benefits. It's just preference which one you think is the best.
2 new messages.
I got some ram raid work for you. Should keep you real busy. It's gonna be real disco. Got real Superfly car.
Superfly car.
This baby's got the kind of groove injection horsepower that'll make you drool like you just spent 6 months.
I did this one back on my playthrough.
See, he's got a job lined up for her already. So looks like it's gonna be tight. Ain't gonna be no good to him if you get it there right. Man, this baby's gotta look like it just rolled out of the factory. Man, he don't want to even know anyone looked at it, let alone touch the leather. Get here real soon, or some other cat's gonna get the job.
Yeah, the Superfly is such a good car, I have to pick it. I don't know what the other mission is, and I did kind of cut off the speaker on it, but oh well. Dusk again. Driver 1 purposely, on PlayStation, purposely tries to avoid Dawn and Dusk quite a bit because they don't have a Dawn and Dusk skybox, as I mentioned before. They still did use it on occasion for the daytime skyboxes that did look good for the transition, but some don't really look that great. When it's cloudy, though, it's perfectly fine as well, because for the cloudy weather, cloudy skybox is used for dawn and dusk. It's even used for nighttime, which is something that Driver 2 does not do. It just uses the regular nighttime skybox in Driver 2, but hides the moon from being able to be seen to try to make it look like it should be cloudy. I kind of wonder why they didn't stick with that for Driver 2, because it seemed like they were going to for a while. In the pre-release build, it was still using the cloudy skybox, but the lighting for darkening the skybox wasn't being applied to it, which made it look really bright. in my previous playthrough, or cut footage. By the way, I got up to almost the end of San Francisco by the time I finished my first session. I'm glad I stopped, because otherwise I would have done an entire playthrough and then I'd have to do another one, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just annoying having to redo something just because something didn't record properly, which happens to me quite a bit than you'd expect, because I guess I even tested it, but I didn't realize adjusting my microphone volume in Shadow Replay would also adjust my microphone volume globally. So I was trying to disable that along with audio being recorded from Shadow Replay, because what I'm doing is I am recording video footage using Shadow Replay, but I'm using OBS to record the audio, because OBS has way better options for audio recording than Shadow Replay does. And the reason why I'm not using OBS for recording Driver 1 PC is because it does not like the resolution changes between the FMVs and menus and endgame. It doesn't like switching between 480p and 1080p. The window is just really, really tiny when it switches to 480p. I can't even stop the damaging, because otherwise I'll lose, because they made the player health really low on this mission, because lore reasons that you can't. They don't want you damaging up the car too much. Unfortunately, the cop is not totaling like I would like him to. Maybe he'll be stupid and total himself if I hug against the corner or something like this. He's slowed down because we're in the safe zone. I don't know if that also means that his car is also, okay. Sometimes I think their health might be reduced too in safe zones, which is nice if that's the case. Well done, with 12 seconds to spare. Oh, kind of 13 if you're on there. We're not doing this one.
Yeah. I'll have 2 extra large chicken deluxe pizzas and what's make you see tonight, would you fella? Okay.
Yeah, the last one is setting a bait for a trap, and you know how well that went when I played on iOS. We're not doing it on PC because it's gonna be just as bad.
D'Angelo's been messing with our again. We want one of our drivers to take him out so we don't show his face tonight. If you want in, buzz me. The number you got is gonna be good for a couple of hours.
Also, when it switches between 480p and 1080p, there's a interruption of going back to desktop, or you can see my desktop. Thankfully, I'll be editing that out and video editing, basically blackening the screen.
D'Angelo.
Yo, driver. D'Angelo's already been making a whole lot of trouble for himself.
Basically, to make the viewing experience more smooth for you guys.
Cancel him. He's got a line on one of our jobs. Need him taken out real soon. Need his car wrecked real good. Wrap it up as fly as you can. You ain't gonna let me down now, are you?
Yes. I don't care about you. Ram him. The color options they chose is weird. It's like, why is the opponent bar green and then my damage bar is red? I mean, I guess because to signify that him being damaged is good and my being damaged is bad. I don't know. I still 100% prefer PlayStation's color scheme. It's more creative, looks better, and it doesn't even flash on PC. Like, it's so simple. Too simple. It's just strange to me because then they'll make the loading screen and be rainbow on one of the versions of Driver 1 PC's release for the loading bar. I noticed during the intro cutscene of this game, a lot of the cars in the parking lot are just reused models from endgame. Just not, probably source material, not compressed. It's really goofy though, because the Mustang windows are see-through, but all the other ones aren't. You can tell they're just textures applied to a model. Almost got him. While I said Driver 1 PC visually looks nicer than PlayStation, it's not entirely true. I actually prefer PlayStation's art style, and I also prefer the PlayStation's Miami car. I think the PC one looks ugly. Final mission for Miami.
Baby, listen to me. Why don't you come into the office? Come on, baby. Maybe I got a little something for you.
I got something for you. Now back off.
Whoa, Jesse, stay loose, kitten.
You know what this is, don't you?
Give me the piece,
gun?
baby.
Back off, Rufus. Don't you go making this worse. This ain't what I wanted.
Baby, give me the piece.
Okay, I give it to you.
You got what's yours, baby.
Oh yeah, the loud ass rain for no reason. This game has a problem with audio balancing, if you haven't noticed. Whenever you're inside interiors with the echo effect, too loud. The rain, too loud. As far as I know, those are the only two things, but why is this a thing? It's drowning out the music and my car engine audio. Thankfully, it doesn't rain too much on missions, I don't think. Also, I learned that you will want to take that shortcut there, otherwise the tram kind of outruns you. Oh great, there's a cop in the way. Thankfully I know for a fact that you can finish this mission without having to lose the tail. Oh yeah, apparently they have really bad vision. I'm speeding and he does not care. I think it's more he can't see me, not that he doesn't care. I keep calling it a tram, but it's actually a monorail. Too early, come back later. No, I'm staying here. Good job. And now we can finally get away from this annoying rain. On to San Francisco.
Listen, lady, I gotta tell you got a real bad attitude. That ain't helping any.
I wanna see my lawyer.
You don't get it, do you? We don't want you. We just wanna know about the French guy. Or maybe you want to tell us why you blew away your boss.
He wasn't my boss.
Whatever.
Listen, if I don't do what I'm told, I don't live too long. If I tell you what you want to know, I don't live too long either.
Life sucks, huh?
Ain't you just a wise guy?
You gonna cut a deal, or you gonna take communal showers for 20 years?
The French guy was pulling the strings.
Who's pulling his?
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Well, we can come back to that. Suppose you don't know where he is either, huh? I said, I suppose you don't know where
I heard. The guy's in Frisco.
I heard you were in town. Got some work and no room for second raters. The casino. You wanna come along?
No.
My fee.
10%.
20.
Man, guys gotta make a living. 15.
20. You know my price.
Okay, but we do it my way.
My way or the highway? Also, for some reason, Frisco's music sounds happy. With a mix of a bit of a Chinatown, which makes sense. I think there's a lot of Chinatown in Frisco. Of course, I could just not know what I'm talking about. That happens a lot. Yeah, I think every car on PC looks good, except for the Miami car. They butchered that one. Because this car looks good. The cop car looks mostly okay. Again, I don't really like how the window color is really different on some sides of the car. What, too early, come back later? Yeah. 2 units now in pursuit of the target vehicle. So, oh, that's interesting. Let's see, I did not hear what it said. So, the only time they announce how many units are in pursuit or target of the vehicle is how many are currently chasing you whenever it says too early, come back later. I did not know that. That is something new I learned. But why is it such a rare used line? They could have announced this at any time throughout the game. They could have used this to announce at all times, but I guess that might have been too annoying. Probably not really though. It'd be helpful information to know how many maximum cops are chasing at once. I got destroyed. Let's do this again without getting maximum felony. See, this is what I mean. Why am I getting a cutscene again? There's no reason to play this again. Not only that, I have to watch the intro flyby cam. Because you can't skip that. Okay, you just don't care. That's fine by me. What are you guys doing? You're in the way. The cop does not care if you drive on the wrong side of the road on PC for some reason. He also doesn't care if you burn rubber. As you saw right there. They do care if you press the handbrake though, so it's kind of weird. You can even be stationary pulling the handbrake and they'll get onto you for it. I don't think PlayStation has that issue. PlayStation checks for felonies a lot better than PC does. Because you do get in trouble for being on the wrong side of the road on PlayStation. Go! Go! Oh man. So running over debris instantly gets you chased.
Do something. We gotta
tail. Maybe that's like that in Driver 2 as well. I'm too used to Syndicate where it only slowly builds up felony when you do that.
Do something. We gotta tail.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do something. We gotta tail.
Almost there. We should hit a safe zone here soon. But unfortunately, they will just start chasing again once I get close enough. Because I'm pretty sure it's a bug. It almost seems like a secondary safe zone, and for some reason, it instantly triggers a chase. Even if there are no cops that can see you, or it spawned in. So I hit the first safe zone. There's the second one. That or it's just timed to happen shortly after you hit it. I don't know. Quickly get to it before he sees me again. The music ended perfectly.
Listen, I don't know how, Dink, but they ain't know. Maybe they looking for me. As soon as I take care of business, I'm gonna haul my beautiful ass out of here. You know what I say? Hey, be cool, man, okay? Listen, just buzz me if you get a line on this thing, okay, man?
You know Rudy?
Man, I don't know no Rudy. Oh, that Rudy. Sure, I know Rudy. He's my main man. Lay a little more of that green stuff on me, man, and I will sing you any song that you like.
You know the Gold Rush Hotel, Mojo?
Damn, man! Hey, the treads! Watch the treads, man!
You know it.
Yeah, I know.
French guy in the city. On the run. Miami. Tell me who he talks to, where he goes. For Rudy.
We gonna get out fine, man.